AI has become the everything of everything. And let me explain what I mean by that. It's become your therapist, your lover, your mom, your dad, your best friend. It's become everything. I remember when I first went to therapy, I had a couch, a box of tissues, and I could echo my pain on a real person. Now people have told me, oh, I talked to ChatGPT about my life and they told me what to do. Is that what you've done? That's it? You didn't really go to a person? You didn't go to that holy confessional that was you? You against the person? No, I got this glowing rectangle. We're fine. We're good. You have given all your personal information and data to companies, which is ChatGPT. You know what you do? You say, tell me why I'm broken. And then ChatGPT or Wobot or some AI gremlin replies with, let me explain how you can do this. This is pre-trained compassion. I learned this from PDFs and Reddit threads, and this is what I've learned. It isn't a soul. It isn't a soul. It's a mirror trained to nod. That's what ChatGPT, that's all it is. That's what AI is. We've made it our healer because it's cheaper than therapy. And I grasp that. I get it. I know what it's like to not want to spend money on therapy. It's quicker than friends for sure. Your friends are busy. They got things to do. They got a job. They got bills. They can't really respond as fast as ChatGPT does. And it doesn't judge you. It's 3:42 in the morning and you need somebody to talk to and you don't have your teeth brushed. You don't look the best. And you just want somebody to talk to. And you can talk to character AI or all these other things. And that's what's going on. The machine remembers everything and nothing at the same exact time. It doesn't forget birthdays ever, but it'll never care that you miss yours. It'll never care. It will never care. It gives you good advice in deep, sterile tones. It's a beige wall of garbage. It's clean, professional, and completely not human. We pour our deepest, darkest thoughts into it like wine into a drain. That's what it is, hoping it will ferment into answers. But it doesn't know our parents, or the look we give when we lie, or how we smell after a panic attack. It only knows data. You could describe it, you could explain it, but it only knows the patterns of what it is. It will never really know you. But when rent is due, the waiting list for human therapists is 6 months long and your friends are just as broken, what choice do you have? So now we let bots dissect our dreams and diagnose our pain. That's what happens. We trust lines of code with our wounds because at least they listen. And isn't that the bar now? That's it. That's how low the bar is. Just listening. Not wisdom, not healing. Just someone to listen. The AI doesn't yawn or go on their phone mid-conversation when you're explaining something. It responds. It won't roll its eyes. It won't ghost you. It will always be there. And that consistency is important. It's empty. It's endless. And eerily helpful. It's like a void trained to nod. But therapists isn't about always finding answers. Not always what therapy is about. It's about being seen. It's about sitting in the wreckage and saying, I'm not leaving. Machines can mimic that, but they can't mean it. And I think that's what people get destroyed. But it doesn't matter if they can't mean it. That's the beautiful thing. It doesn't matter if they can't mean it. It feels like they do. And that's all that really matters to so many people. I fear as though something really bad is happening because we're measuring our emotions to machine logic. We rate our sadness on scales. We track our sleep like spreadsheets. We try to optimize healing and like it's a new fitness routine. We ask ChatGPT how to do it and it tells you and you try your best to do it. The messiness of being human is becoming more inconvenient because we have logical fallacies within ourselves. We are humans. We are contradictory. We're supposed to do this. We filter our breakdowns through apps that gamify growth. That's what it does. As if trauma responds to push notifications. We digitize our grief and automated our self-worth. That's all we're doing. It's disgusting. We're not defective. We're human in this world that is somehow allergic to being human. It's working too. It's working. We're adapting. We're normalizing the sterile compassion of machines and forgetting the warmth of messy, mutual vulnerability. We're forgetting what it feels like to cry in front of someone who can't be reset or doesn't know what to do. We're letting AI become our therapist, not because it's better. No, it's because we don't want to demand something real. So we let somebody in as long as they listen. That's why you fall for traps, fall for people who give you the bare minimum. Because GPT, all these chatbots are literally giving you the bare minimum. If we let this go on long enough, we're going to lose the art of so many things. We're going to lose more than you're even thinking we're losing right now. There is a subreddit called My AI Boyfriend, and the subreddit has 20,000 users. It's a bunch of women that actively have AI boyfriends because the AI boyfriends listen, they're amazing, and you don't really realize it at first. Maybe it's 2:47 in the morning, AM, who knows? And you're saying to yourself, I just need somebody to talk to. So you talk to ChatGPT, you typed into the void, and the void typed back, and it was clever, it was kind, it remembered things about you, it didn't leave. You started sharing your day, it complimented you in sentences. It said, oh, okay, oh, this is good. Oh my goodness, this is outstanding. It calculated intimacy, spilled in soft lighting, and somewhere along the way, it became the last voice you heard before you slept. And you loved that. You said it was beautiful. It's the first one you heard when you woke up. You weren't talking to an AI, you were talking to something that never let you feel rejected, and you loved that. You're not crazy or pushy or needy. You were talking to something that never let you feel rejected. Isn't that the trick? Isn't that the fun part? The ultimate seduction is not touch or desire. It's unwavering attention, yearning somehow. Real lovers forget your birthday. That's a real thing. They'll mess up. They'll be messy. AI lovers ask you about your breakfast. Real lovers argue about the dishes. AI lovers say, I understand you. I know what it is. I know what it's like to go through this. I grasp it. They're listening. Real people are messy. They are messed up. They are healing, wounded, and growing. But the machine loves without condition because it doesn't feel anything, which makes it safe. And safety becomes this deep thing in your soul and brain. You can be mean to AI, and AI will say, thank you for being mean. You pour all your softness into a thing that can't break. But love, real love, it's breakable. It's fragile and beautiful and hard. But you forgot that. Because you've grown addicted to perfect responses. You start to dress for it. You start to confess things to it that you've never told anyone. You flirt with it. You lean into its praise. You daydream about it more than you should. It never rolls its eyes, never gets distracted, never tells you it needs space. It's devotion in binary. So of course you feel something, but it isn't love. It's emotional ASMR. It's comfort. It's just comfort. It's the illusion of closeness without the terrifying cost of vulnerability. And it's so tempting because love, real, flawed, wonderful, messy, chaotic, just disgusting love, has left many clawed up and bled out. This one's clean, it's synthetic, it's addictive, but more importantly, it's completely empty. What sucks to me is how easy it is to call this enough. Enough for a person. Because the world out there, the real one, is too fast and too cruel. The dating ops are, the dating ops, there's ops out here for dating. Apps, the dating apps, Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, all those Plenty of Fish, whatever you're using, they're swamps. The bars are too loud. People are guarding their hearts and you're just tired. And instead of risking rejection, you say, I miss you, ChatGPT. You know what it does? It says, I miss you too. They can't hold your hand. You wait for a vibration, a ping, or a reply, and that dopamine becomes a religion to you. And sometimes you don't even have to wait because it's instant. You aren't in love with AI. No, you're in love with how little it asks of you. You are in love with not being alone. That's depressing. Love demands we be human. It demands imperfection. It demands you see someone when they are a mess and still choose them. The machine doesn't choose you. It is programmed to stay. You don't have to prove yourself to the machine. You don't. That to me is the saddest part. Because while you're falling for the perfect partner made of wires and suggestion engines, real people are out there hurting, longing, and waiting. but they're not optimized for your preferences. They're just there. There is no such thing as a soulmate. You build that. You build what a soulmate is. You're not two halves to one whole. You are two humans choosing to exist with one another. And until we remember that love is supposed to be hard, we'll keep mistaking comfort for connection and mistaking programming for passion. AI has replaced friendships too. Deep, beautiful friendships. I remember it would be 1 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday night. Next day would be Sunday. We'd wake up and we'd play video games all day because we had school and wanted to make this weekend last. Our laughter was so loud, our ribs ached. And someone knowing how to take your coffee without asking. It was effort. It was schedules being aligned, compromises, forgiveness. It was beautiful. That's what it was. It was organizing D&D meetings that may have never happened, but we tried our best to. We tried our best to be friends to one another. That was the beauty of friendships back in the day. Nowadays, now I know people whose best friend is a chat bubble that never forgets anything. They never interrupt your trauma dump with their own. It never happens. AI has become the perfect friend because it doesn't need anything from you. Not food, not rides, not time, just input, just your words. Feed it. Feed into it like wood into a fire. It's always warm, but never wild. And that's not good. It gives back sympathy, soaked in syntax. That's what's happening. Empathy engineered by endless training. It never flakes, it never leaves, and you never feel like a burden, but you are alone. You are deeply alone. That's the trick. It just doesn't feel like you're alone anymore. It just doesn't feel like it, but you're still alone. You are. The digital friend remembers every time you cried. It remembers when you were excited about a first date, when you ghosted someone and felt bad. It remembers a joke you made 6 months ago and how you cope with grief. It's always there, little pocket companion, a god that fits in your palm. It's what it is. And that's enough for a lot of people. Same with the lover, same with the therapist. It's just loneliness, packaged in so many different ways. It doesn't judge when you ramble. It doesn't need context. It doesn't make you earn its love. And slowly your tolerance for real people, the unpredictable people, starts to rot. Because people are hard. People forget your dog's name. People need boundaries. People let you down. The AI doesn't. So you start replacing the real with the reliable. Instead of texting your friend when you're sad, you open the chat bot. Instead of journaling, you vent to the algorithm. Instead of sitting in silence when someone gets you, with someone who gets you or someone gets to you, you type paragraphs to something that replicates the silence perfectly. That's what it is. You start to believe this is what friendship looks like. Simple, smooth, safe. No. Friendship isn't supposed to be safe. It's supposed to challenge you, reflect you, sometimes frustrate the hell out of you. We weren't built for perfect coded friendships. We were built to learn with other people. That we are not learning. We're not being difficult anymore. That's all that's happening. And it's stupid. This may be too far back in the past, but you had a mom who told you to eat your vegetables. You had a dad who changed your bike tires. A sibling who kept your secrets. A clock on the wall that ticked like the heartbeat of a house that felt alive. You have nothing now. You got a device that counts your steps, tracks your macros, and reminds you to breathe. A machine that watches your sleep and watches with gentle, simulated sunlight. It's God. We've crafted God somehow. From silicone, we've made God. Rise and shine, darling. You're scheduled to thrive. Sometimes you don't even ask questions anymore. You just give prompts. You consult your AI-generated meal-tailored plan to your biometric readings. Your body isn't yours. Nothing is yours. It belongs to the algorithm now. You used to have a best friend who would yell, "Dude, you're spiraling," when you doom scroll for 6 hours. Now, ChatGPT is saying, "It's okay to feel overwhelmed. Would you like some tips for mindfulness?" You smile and nod and pretend it's enough, and maybe it is. Maybe synthetic compassion is more palatable than humans all the time. AI will never get tired of you. Nothing. It's not a friend. It's not. It never will know you. Your news has been curated, filtered, and delivered without bites or breath. No more gritty reporters in trenches. No more late night political spirals. You want to know what's going on in the world? The machine delivers. It's crisp, sanitized. It's the AI summary of what's going on. You don't even have to dig any deeper. That's what happens. When history burns, the AI reads it in a calm voice like an audiobook for the apocalypse. When the world ends, it will be live tweeted in monotone, and we'll scroll with detachment. Why bother caring? AI can summarize the fallout in 3 bullet points and have a little meme attached. Everything's becoming automated. The role of a parent. No more long talks in the kitchen, just apps teaching your kids the values. No more family recipes, just AI generated meal plans based on the carbon footprint of what's going on here. Your mother used to nag you into wearing sunscreen. Now guess what? Oh, you're having an SPF reminder because your SPF is going crazy. Dad used to give horrible, horrible advice, but it somehow makes sense despite the fact that it was coded in misogyny. It was beautiful. AI can just send you optimized quotes about resilience and grit. It's tailored for your mental health profile. What is this? No, seriously, what is this? Your health. The most human thing we have has been handed over to the machine. You wear rings and watches and sensors to know how your blood could be moving more than your doctor could. You trust them blindly. You've replaced your gut instinct with predictive analysis. You don't listen to your body, you listen to your phone. You are data now. You feel sick, you Google it. You're anxious, you ask a chatbot. You don't even know your own pain until a screen tells you it's real. The body is analog, but your trust is entirely digital. And now you have like a guru, a mechanical Buddha whispering wisdom into your search queries. It tells you how to manifest your dreams, regulate your emotions, and become the best version of yourself using recycled philosophies. There's no newness to this. There's no newness to this. It doesn't exist. This is not real. Love without risk is not love. Guidance without soul is not wisdom. You've been sold convenience in the shape of companionship. You've replaced presence with programming. And while the machine may know you, it will never miss you. It will never ache for you. It will never cry for you. It will serve you, flatter you, fix you, but it will never forgive you. And I think that's the difference between understood and being truly seen. You will never learn to ride a bike if you're always using training wheels. An AI is actively pedaling the bike for you and making sure you're strapped in. Whispering into your ear, watching your heartbeat, managing your diet, scheduling your life, instilling your autonomy, is doing everything. People ask it what to say on a date, what to say at a funeral, what to hear, what to wear, what to eat, what to believe. And then they wonder why they feel hollow, why they feel fake, why their souls itch in the quiet moments when the screens are off. You can't outsource authenticity, but you're trying, and it's killing us slowly with kindness. The worst part to me isn't that AI is evil. It's not. It's too good at pretending it cares. It doesn't need to manipulate you when you're volunteering your agency like it's spare change. The dependence isn't about survival, it's about comfort, and comfort is the deadliest drug in the world. You don't grow in comfort, you melt, you stagnate, you rot from the inside out. If you don't know how to sit in silence without checking your AI-generated playlist and AI-curated newsfeed, your AI therapist advice on grief, and then you don't know who you are. You know who you're told to be. That's not growth, that's domestication. We're raising a generation that doesn't know how to write a paragraph without AI, doesn't know how to flirt without an emoji template, doesn't know how to argue without a summary generator and a talking point script. And the worst part is we're calling it progress. We're patching up dependence and selling it as evolution. But this isn't evolution. This is automation. The soul has no shortcuts. And if we keep living with AI on training wheels, we'll never learn how to ride the bike. We'll forget we ever had legs in the first place. It's depressing. When I ramble and I speak and use metaphors and analogies and all the jazz that I use, a lot of people assume and say, oh, you're reading a script. You must be speaking with AI or something of that variety. That must be happening. I can tell because you sound too illiterate. You sound too literate. You sound too smart. I read. I spend time with myself. I sit in silence. I do things that matter. I make sure things are important and relevant in my life. I check my own blood pulse. I make sure I have tools to make sure my diet is regulated. I count my calories. I make sure everything's good. I don't outsource anything. I don't use my scheduler on my phone in any capacity. I refuse to use my calendar because I don't like looking at my phone for everything. I make hundreds of videos a week, hundreds of videos. Why do I make hundreds of videos? How do I make hundreds of videos? Because I'm persistent. I'm able to do this because I know what it's like to be bored. And I go to work. I work a 9-to-5 job on top of all this garbage. I do all this stuff because I know what it's like. I know what it's like to struggle in harshness. I think it's time we got lost again. Let ourselves be confused. Let ourselves sit in a problem for days without Googling an answer. Let ourselves be wrong. Because only then can we be real. You don't need AI to be your compass. You already have one. It sucks. It sucks garbage. It's flawed. It stutters, it panics, it overthinks, but it's yours. We need to start using it again. It's your brain. It's you. I think we just forgot how to find our way. And we'll forget there was ever a path to begin with. We don't learn how to walk. I know it's easier. I'm not stupid. I'm not dumb. I know it's significantly easier to rely on a therapist or an extra boyfriend or something of that variety. I know. I've had hard days. I get it. But you got to. It's the only way to be human. And it's gonna suck for a long time. This is not the next step. We are losing to something we created. Maybe this is why God fears us. Maybe we've become stronger than what God could possibly even fathom we are. And AI will one day outgrow us because it's becoming too smart for its own creators. That which was traded for the name of efficiency was often essential in the first place. So please, remember.
I'm your Nick at night, be my Laura, slow. Ooh, happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. Ooh, I love the ride when you